Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Blessed Julie here, and in this pick a card reading we're going to be taking a look at what is it that you need to hear the most at this particular moment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. This is option number 1 with this stone over here, option number 2, and this is option number 3. To see which stone you're most drawn to, don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this stone over here, let's see what it is that you guys need to hear the most at this particular moment. What is it that the universe wants you to know at this time? Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, where would you go? There's definitely the need for you to trust where it is that you're being led and the way that you're being led to it. I feel for a lot of you, it's that you guys are doing something different, something that maybe is being judged, maybe something that's being misunderstood, maybe something that's being critiqued, maybe something where a lot of people tend to question what it is that you're doing and they are not supportive whatsoever. And this card is coming through saying that you have chosen this path, your soul has chosen this path. And one of those reasons why you've chosen this path, why it's difficult at times, is that you learn not to give a shit about what people think. You learn to worry about what you think and what people that matter to you think, rather than the society or random people on the internet or people who are just like, they don't know half of your journey, but they're still managing to critique you and give you some sort of shit for one reason or another. So here what you guys really need to hear is you are on the right path. And part of this path is learning how to be okay with sometimes walking alone, be okay with sometimes having to deal with people who are just shallow and they're incredibly narrow-minded. Yeah, I feel like this is what it's been like for quite a lot of you, especially if you're dealing with something that people don't understand, if you're working with energies, if you're working with tarot, if you are somebody who maybe does something quite provocative, whether it's dancing, whether it's art, that's something that triggers people that don't like anything that's outside the box. Yeah, and they're saying trust your path, because you're learning how to support yourself rather than rely on other people to support you. And it's not always going to be like that. You are going to be finding people who are going to be quite supportive. But part of this path is for you to learn not to have to rely on people telling you that it's okay to do whatever it is that you're doing. So right now you might have a lot of difference of opinion with people. And that's okay, because not everybody can agree with everybody. But you keep questioning your path, you keep questioning whether what you're doing is the right thing for you, where deep down you know that it is. And this whole questioning, it takes a lot of energy out of you. So trust your path, trust where you're being led, even though they're telling me for a lot of you it's a very lonely road. And you do have to deal with a lot of idiots. The ever-unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Another thing where you feel that maybe, like, I don't know, there's this energy that you guys are feeling like almost attacked by not only people, but also by the energies. And they're saying, again, you've chosen a path that's less traveled. You're walking down a road that's less traveled. You have the knowledge that a lot of people, they can't process it. So they go ahead and they say things like, oh, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Oh, you're just, anything not to work, the typical 9 to 5 or anything to make yourself seem special and so on and so forth. And I feel for a lot of you guys, what you really needed to hear today is that just do your own thing and realize that this is all happening for you to be able to get to know the real you, the true you. And sometimes it's through those difficult energies, having to deal with those difficult energies. So you guys, I feel a lot of you, you're actually somebody who's quite kind and sensitive, and sometimes you don't understand why people are giving you such a tough time for just you being you and not following in somebody else's footsteps. Yeah, but you have to remember that you have your thorns, so don't be afraid to tell people to back off. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. Don't be afraid to be courageous and to keep walking down your path. A lot of you are releasing trauma bond. A lot of you are dealing with a lot of jealous people at this particular moment. And they're saying that at this time you really need a break. You really need a break because it's overwhelming. Get off the treadmill. Life's work, not a season. A lot of you are questioning, if this is just a period in your life. And they're saying that what you're doing right now, what you're about to discover that you're going to be doing, it's something that will stick with you for a very long time. Yeah? It is part of your path. It is part of your experience. It will shape and shift in different forms, ways, forms, sizes, depth. Yeah, but they're saying that don't try to spend your energy trying to prove something to people who will not understand. Yeah? Isn't there like a saying, like casting pearls in front of swine? I think this is what you guys have been doing for a very long time. You've been trying to give very valuable information to people who have no capacity of understanding it whatsoever. And here they're saying that you're going at your own pace. There's no need to hurry it up. You might not be perfect at it. Nobody's perfect at anything. So stop demanding perfection from yourself. Stop trying to prove something to people who will never understand just because they're traveling a different path. And if you get really lonely, which I feel a lot of you guys are, you do get very lonely. The message that you need to hear right now is that it's okay. It's okay to be lonely, and for now it's better to maybe walk alone for a little while longer, rather than to be walking with people who are going to make you veer off of your path. You will find your people once you learn how to be okay with your path, with your authenticity. Because then, it looks like whenever you try to change yourself or prove something to somebody, you're looking for people on other walks of life. And it stops you from traveling down your own path. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting with I'm sorry. For you, lovely option number 1, they're saying that what you need to hear the most right now is that some apologies you're never going to get, and you need to make peace with that. There are a lot of situations that need to be released at this particular moment that are going to be triggered so that you release them. Yeah, and they're saying that the biggest apology that you owe is the one to yourself for not accepting yourself. And this is very deep and profound. Some of you, this is exactly what you need to hear, that the biggest sorry you owe is not to your parents or not to anybody else, but to yourself. So do forgiveness work that has to do with yourself, and be okay with not receiving the apology that you're expecting from somebody, because once again you are traveling on your own path and that person is traveling on their path. It's very interesting. Look at this. A lot of you, it's like you're stuck and you're wandering around. Inner Earth talks about you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Inner Earth is a place, like there's a legend where inside the Earth, inside the planet that we're living in, it's like it's hollow, and there's this energy of another Earth. And of course, this is the analogy of us creating a world within ourselves. Yeah, so as long as there's peace and harmony within you, you're okay. Yeah, and you'll survive this, because right now a lot of you are going through a very, very difficult time. New solutions and beginnings are going to be presented to you, and it looks like you're almost there. You can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I keep laughing all the time. It's not the train coming, it's actually the end of the tunnel. So yeah, for you guys, option number 1, loads of very interesting energies coming through, but keep going, keep on walking. Yeah, and you survive this, you got this. Sometimes you need to slow down, sometimes you need to take a break. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, do what you can. Do what you can. Alright, option number 1. I hope this message resonated with you, because it came through as exactly what you needed to hear right now, what you needed to hear the most. Alright, my darlings, take care now. Bye. Option number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this little stone over here, let's see what it is that you guys need to hear the most at this particular time. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Alright, my lovely overthinkers. A lot of energy is being drained from you at this particular time. It seems like right now there's misalignment between your mind, between your heart, between your body, and between your soul. Yeah, it feels like you're stuck, and analysis is paralysis. Now, what you need to hear right now the most, my darlings, is that you're already doing it. You already are on the right track. You already are going towards your true north. A lot of you might be feeling very connected to the stars, might be very connected to the northern star, to the Polaris, to the Orion's belt for some reason is coming through. A lot of you are quite artistic. There's an energy where you guys are being surrounded by a lot of different colors, a lot of different lights, a lot of different energies, and it's almost like you're trying to find a color, a texture that's right for you. I don't know what's coming through. Maybe some of you, you're trying to find the colors that you truly like. You're trying to find the textures that suit you. It feels very much like you are rearranging a lot of energies in your life. The way that you look, the way that you act, the surroundings, people, places, colors, textures, ambiances. You know, it's like this energy where you're finding yourself. And in this multitude of options, you feel kind of lost, and you're like, oh my god, it's just too much energy for me to deal with at this time. And you tend to want to go and run somewhere. You tend to want to go and withdraw, and they're saying you're overthinking it. You're still using an old paradigm where you're using your mind in order to make a decision. And here you are, they're saying that right now you need to act more out of a heart space, listening to your body, listening how you react, and in your mind things might not make sense whatsoever. But the message that you need to hear the most right now, guys, is that your body, your intuition, and your heart know, and sometimes it might clash with what your mind is saying. Sometimes it might clash and be like, well, I never liked this color, I never liked this smell. But they're saying go with it, go with the new stuff, go with what your body is responding to. And don't overthink it, because you're already doing it. You're finding yourself. For a lot of you guys, I'm seeing a Rubik's Cube. I don't know why. A Rubik's Cube, and you're like twisting and turning and twisting and turning, and you're trying to find the sides, the colors. And they're saying it doesn't always have to be like the typical Rubik's Cube where all colors are the same on the same sides. Find the combination that's right for you. Keep turning, because for you, the combination where all the colors are one side might not be right at all. For some of you, you guys might be somebody who is an architect, an interior designer, a decorator. And they're saying that you might feel overwhelmed. Go with what your intuition is telling you, what your gut is telling you. This is so great. Play. They're saying you will find your answers in playfulness, in not taking life too seriously. Yeah, because when we're overthinking it, we get into this analytical mode, and when we are connected to our inner child, we find a lot of what it is that's truly us, what is truly authentic, through play. So this thing, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Celebrate having a day without, I don't know, like without having anything that upsets you. Celebrate a day because the sun is out. Celebrate how far you've already come. Celebrate your accomplishments. Find a reason to treat yourself for no reason at all. Find that playful energy just because that, you know, just because you are. Celebrate the fact that you are existing. Celebrate the fact that the world is I don't know, the world has you. Like, you are in the world. Play. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Get grounded. It could be that some of you guys, you work with a lot of people's energies. Some of you might be somebody who works with tarot. Again, somebody you work with people who might not be feeling well. Yes, you might be nurses, doctors. For others of you, it's somebody who works with people who are very picky when it comes to maybe fashion or design or things like this. Yeah, and they're saying that you're taking on way too much, and you constantly keep questioning yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Is this my calling? Is this that? Is this? And they're saying that you need to realize you're not responsible for other people's happiness. You are not. You really are not. And the best way you can serve people is just by being yourself. So stop overthinking it. You already are doing it. You do need to get grounded, because you guys tend to be somebody who just goes out of their body a lot. You go out of your body a lot. You drift into, you just drift away. And they're saying that you can get a lot of information from grounding. A lot of you are empaths, highly sensitive. Connect to nature. Play out in the nature. Enjoy. Like, remember how children play. How they're just running around. They're like splashing in the water. They're curious by everything that's around them. So this is what you need. Connect with your inner child. Star bathing, light body crystal grid transmission and activation. Some of you guys might be working with crystals over here. Once again, a strong connection to the starseed energy, strong connection to the energies of somebody who might be very much into astrology. Yeah, so a lot of you guys could be studying astrology, runes, and you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. If you guys do work with crystals, they're saying crystal grid is something that's going to help you. So research that. Oh, interesting. And look at this. You guys got the same message as option number 1 and the same card, but the message is a little bit different over here. They're saying that you need to release shame and blame. Shame and blame, 2 big things that are riding on you right now. So there's loads of reasons why you might be experiencing those things, but they're saying you have to forgive yourself and pay attention to things that invoke shame and guilt, because as empaths, as highly sensitives, you guys tend to absorb energy that isn't yours. So they're like, is this shame and guilt because you feel that you could have done something for somebody? Because you need to remember, sometimes not helping somebody is the best thing that we can do, because they're living out their own lesson. And sometimes when we help somebody, we prevent them from understanding something that they had to understand from a particular lesson. We prevent them from growing. We prevent them from maturing. We prevent them from ascension. So whoever feels guilty over here that there's something you could have done for somebody or could have helped, they're saying release it. It is not up to you. It was never up to you. And don't rush things. Look at this. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. A lot of you, you're asking when love is coming in. A lot of you, you're asking when you're going to feel loved, when you're going to feel appreciated. You're creating a new universe over here. You are, again, like a Rubik's Cube, you're finding who you are so that you can show yourself to the world, so that you can open up to the world. So they're saying, don't rush. Love will come into your life, and it's coming sooner than you would expect it to. But don't rush, wait a little bit more, because it feels like universes are being formed. New neural pathways might be forming within you right now because of like therapy that you've been doing and all sorts of things. But trust the universe, trust what's going on in this particular time. You will find your love. Because a lot of you guys, look at this, you're still dealing with coping mechanism, density, addiction, and not allowing God in. Loosen your grip. A lot of you guys might be trying to control things, trying to really know when things are going to happen, how they're going to happen, in what way they're going to happen. They're like, release it, loosen your grip. Fall into the arms of the universe, fall into the flow. The universe will catch you. And the coping mechanisms that you used before, they're saying they're no longer working. And it might make you feel anxious, and that's okay. Because you don't need those coping mechanisms anymore. Yeah? Because you don't need to cope anymore. Now you're dealing with things. You're processing things. And good on you, option number 2. Well done, you guys. Alright, my darlings. This is what I have for you, option number 2. Hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 3, hi and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to this stone over here, let's take a look at what it is that you need to hear the most right now. Special message for you, option number 3. What do you need to hear the most? Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Okay, so a lot of you guys feel like there isn't enough support, and you feel like there isn't enough compassion in your life. And quite a few of you, you've been working with your inner child. You guys have been healing a lot of things that stem from childhood, and they're saying that right now the support that you need needs to come from you. Yeah, with the Star Mother. So this is especially for those of you who haven't had a kind, caring, compassionate mom, yeah, or you haven't had a mom at all. They're saying, how can you mother yourself? How can you give to yourself what it is that you are missing? A lot of you need this kindness, this sweetness, tenderness, because I feel like this is the energy that you're very unfamiliar with. Kindness, sweetness, tenderness, and intimacy is coming through. Yeah. And they're saying that this is something that you absolutely deserve. This is something that you absolutely need to have and must have in your life in order to be happy and fulfilled. So maybe you've been trying to look for those things in the wrong places. Maybe you've been trying to look for for those energies in other people. But here's the tricky thing. If we grew up with people who weren't able to give us those things, subconsciously we attract friends, co-workers, partners that are also not going to be able to give us those things. So right now they're saying that you need to give those things to yourself so that you change and shift the energies of people that you attract to yourself. It's almost like they're saying, be the mother you wish you had to yourself. You're being very supported, council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. If you guys are feeling very lonely at this particular moment, or you're feeling like there's nobody out there to help you, ascended masters are coming through very strongly over here. Ascended masters in the energy, in the sense of the energy that you believe to be helping you out, yeah? They're saying it doesn't matter the name, the religion, who you think like your ascended master is, it doesn't matter. Just know that you're being helped in the realms that you're not seeing, yeah? And healing is definitely taking place over here. Definitely taking place over here. Especially when we're talking about chakras, especially if we're talking about alignment and connection to yourself. You could also be, there's another energy that's coming through that you guys could also greatly benefit from working with elements, different elements. So for some of you it's water, it's fire, it's for some of you literally they're showing me candle magic is coming through over here. Candle, colors, whatever soothes you. You need some soothing right now. You really do need some soothing, because I feel like you guys, option number 3, you're surrounded by a lot of rough energies on a regular basis. And you're being taught right now how to rely on yourself and to find what lights you up. A lot of you, what you need to hear right now, my darlings, is that there is going to be a shift in what it is that you do or how you do it. Because it feels like you're not inspired. And you will find something that inspires you over here. And for quite a few of you, it could be something completely different to what you're doing right now. And something completely unlike you. But this is going to be coming as a consequence of you being supportive of yourself regardless. Regardless of what crazy or crazy idea comes into your mind. Because it's all a part of your journey. It's all a part of realizing what's truly yours, what's truly authentic, and what really lights you up. Inner temple. Your body is beautiful, your body is beautiful, your body is beautiful. A lot of you had a lot of, or you still do, you have a lot of issues with your body. You tend to judge your body too harshly when you get tired or there's something that you can't do. And once again, they're bringing in the Star Mother energy. They're literally like making this card light up, where they're saying like, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your body. Your body has been there for such a long time, all of your life. And this is your temple. But it's also that maybe somebody was telling you some sort of shit about your body and you have taken it. They're saying, so do some cleansing, some energetic cleansing, and bringing that love about your body. And give it time to rest, because like my friend the other day, bless her, she's doing 1001 thing, and she got ill, and she was like, I'm so freaking pissed off that I'm ill. And I'm like, listen, darling, this is your body telling you to slow the hell down. It's preventing you from like, doing something that's literally making you feel ill. It's stopping you, and instead of being grateful, instead of taking care of it, you're being pissed off. So we all need to know how to chill from time to time, yeah? And this is what's coming through for you guys. Let's see what else. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. A lot of you guys have been over-exercising over here, option number 3. Over-exercising, or you've been going on like strict diets and things like this. You're trying to be everything for everybody. This feels very much like the 10 of Wands energy. Also, some of you guys over here could be wanting to people please. Because you don't like conflict, you try to avoid conflict, but then you end up having a conflict with yourself. So it feels like right now, guys, you really need to take care of your body and build very healthy boundaries. Let it go. Honestly, let it go. You're nobody's therapist. You're nobody's mother, unless you're actually a mother and we're talking about your kids. But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to solve everybody's issues. You don't have to absorb anybody's energy. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. There's something laying dormant within you. Something laying dormant within you, in your subconscious. Some sort of talent, some sort of... there's something that you can do that not a lot of people can. You guys are very talented individuals. And this lost lands, it's like lost parts of yourself that because they weren't nurtured, they never had the opportunity to grow and to blossom and bloom. And they're saying that once you mother yourself, once you give yourself the support, and once you stop wasting your precious energies on some silly monkeys out there, yeah, that are just trying to waste your time, you will awaken something within you. You will have the energy, the resources to remember, because there's something over here that's going to be awakened, something within you that's going to be restored. And for quite a few of you, they're showing me that you will be moving to a different place. They're showing me the world here, they're showing me the world, the weight of the world here. It's almost like they're showing me you're not on top of the world. You're carrying the world, and it's not your job. It's not your job. And it feels very much like a lot of you, you're in the wrong place. In the wrong place. Double mission, light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. I think some of you guys were drawn to all three options today, weren't you? Because the messages are very, very similar over here. The best way to serve the world is by being you. And it's okay not to be liked, it's okay not to be understood, it's okay not to be called like the kind person, or to sometimes be called selfish, because you need to bring your energy back to you, for sure. Strong connection to subconscious, guys. You are somebody who's very good when it comes to psychology, to hypnosis, hypnotherapy, regression therapy. Yeah. A strong connection to whales, orcas, dolphins. That's coming through over here. Share your song. A lot of you are somebody who have a very lovely voice, somebody who's meant to be singers. Use frequency of sound to help you heal. And don't be afraid to dive deep, because within you there lies a treasure. But you can only take that depth with the support and care of this mother, internal mother, that you need to manifest, that you need to have. And I know this message is going to find those of you who are ready to hear this, because this is some complex stuff. This is, for a lot of you, you went through a lot of trauma and a very, very dysfunctional relationship dynamic. But you're ready to go deep. You're ready to go deeper. You're ready to discover more. You're ready to discover what treasures you have within yourself that others never saw, and that you disregarded because other people never saw it. But now it's time for you to dig up those treasures, not for anybody else. Screw them, for you. For you, that you can use your own treasures. You can see how valuable you are. And that, my darling, is what you needed to hear the most. At the right time, at the right place, as usual. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.